Caddy Lee Preston reporting. Now, the remarkable story of a rare breeds animal centre with a difference. It's the summer holidays at the Rare Breeds Centre in Woodchurch, Kent. And it's packed. This place looks like a typical tourist attraction, but it's much, much more than that. Because it's staffed by people who wouldn't get a look in the normal job market. The centre is run by a charity called the Canterbury Oast Trust. It was set up 26 years ago by parents of people with learning disabilities.
You can stroke it nice and soft. If we're handling them all right, they're all right.
Right, let's put you back.
We didn't like the idea of people feeling that they should be shut away. Why should they? They've got a right to live, they've got a right to have a life, and that's what we were trying to give them.
Do you want tomato sauce with it or something?
Today, those children are busy adults. They don't just run the Rare Breeds farm, they also run the tea shop, the conference centre, the nursery, the nature reserve and the gallery. So this is real work in the real world for people who really want the chance to do things for themselves.
Come on. I'm Ben Hillman, I'm 35 years old. Want a bit more water in that, mate? I consider to myself a gentleman. I can be a joker, and I also try and be fun-loving and very caring. You don't think you're coming with me, do you, Marvin? I'm going up, you know, pulling the bird. Why would I be dressed like this? Some people want to be rich, they want to be rock stars, they want to be just famous for being famous. I don't. My dream is to own my own house, have my own wife, children, job, and just be like anybody else.
Thank you very much.
That's okay. Any sauce? My name's Cheryl and I'm 28. Got your washing out on the line, nicely? I work in the Mariners Tea Room and I work at the Rare Breeds. I do help with people if they want it. They say, you're a nice lady, and I say, oh, thank you.
Cheryl's job at the Rare Breeds farm starts at 8:30 in the morning.
Chestnut, this way.
Today, she's one of a team of 7 working on the farm.
Sometimes have to bring the animals in, do some sweeping, picking it up.
Do you want to get that last bit down?
At the end of the day, I feel like going to bed when I get in.
Davy McCulm is the farm manager. As far as he's concerned, this isn't just something for the residents to do to keep them occupied. This is a real job.
They're mucking out, they're feeding, they're helping with the general day-to-day care of all the animals. So, yes, it's fairly hard graft.
How do the public react when they see who works here?
Most folk are, to a certain extent, surprised, to be honest, at what these people can achieve. Our residents are here, they're working alongside. Yes, they take training, yes, they take a little bit longer than able-bodied people do, but they can still achieve exactly the same, to a large extent, as anybody else.
It is amazing how everyone you speak to here is so incredibly enthusiastic about the work they do. And I think this is going to sound really cliche, but the thing that really shines through is how this is about people's abilities, not their disabilities. Sylvia Boyne's son, Russell, has been with the Trust from the start. At the time, Sylvia couldn't see a future for her son and felt the charity's ideas were the way forward.
What they were trying to achieve was to give them a life like their brothers and sisters can lead, to be able to be independent, give them dignity, you know, have choices.
But letting her son become independent wasn't easy.
We went to a fundraising event at the farm and somebody came up behind me and they were obviously watching my actions to see where he was going and what he was doing. And they put their hand on my shoulder and they said, "You have got to let go." And it really made us open up and think, we have got to let go. He has a right to lead his life. And it's just, from there, he's just done so well. And there are so many of them like that, that being the opportunity to be themselves and not having mum and dad and everybody trying to protect them.
Since Russell joined the charity, the number of opportunities for the residents to work has grown. The Trust now owns Poulton Wood Nature Reserve near Ashford. Ben works here 1 day a week, learning woodland management and coppicing.
It's a place where we can come to learn about conservation, nature, practice a few woodland crafts. We also sell firewood and make things and, you know, edge and repair things and do all kinds of things. Just is a very natural, very lovely place to be in.
Ben doesn't get paid for the work he does, as the jobs the residents do are classed as work experience.
It would be great to see more of these guys in paid employment because they have got such a lot to offer. And I think it would be a real eye-opener to people out there to get to meet these guys and to realise, like everybody else, they're all different, they all have huge amount to offer, are just great people to be around.
Come on, let's go and pick apples, come on.
The idea of the work placements is to provide the residents with qualifications that will enable them to apply for full-time paid jobs. That's easier said than done. MenCap, the leading charity for those with learning disabilities, says the biggest barrier is prejudice.
We want to see people given an opportunity to do real jobs in real workplaces, and they will thrive. Need to change the attitude of employers. They mustn't be prejudiced. They must fulfil their responsibilities under disability equality laws on their side of the equation. The role of government is to make sure that the support systems for getting into work, their work programmes for getting off benefits into work, actually work for people with a learning disability. That is the challenge. Let's actually change it at last. We've made virtually no progress over the last 10, 11 years. Let's make real progress over the next 10 years.
Did you have a nice journey? Good, good, good.
The skills Ben has learnt at the Canterbury Oast Trust have given him the confidence to take on voluntary work. Now, for 1 day a week, he's a railwayman at the Romney Hythe and Dymchurch Railway.
When I get ready and I put my uniform on, it's great because I feel that, you know, yet I have still got this disability, and please God, I wish I could get rid of it some days. But when I go to work, I can, it is almost like I can not get rid of it, but put it aside and drop in one of the lads. How's it going? Good day?
Wonderful so
good,
far.
Good.
Cheryl's had a busy week too, and like many girls her age, all she wants to do now is go out and enjoy herself. So she's come to Saturn Disco in Ashford with her new boyfriend, Nick.
We are realising that, you know, the youngsters have got an opportunity and they're taking it and they work hard. They enjoy everything they do and they put their whole heart into it. The happiness you've only got to see on these youngsters, what they achieve, what they'd never be able to achieve if they were at home with the likes of their parents. You know, we just feel that it's a fairy tale come true, really.